Have you ever felt like you're taking one step forward and two steps back on your spiritual journey? You're praying, you're seeking, you're trying to grow, but something just keeps pulling you down. What if I told you that the biggest obstacle you're facing might not be external, but internal? What if the enemy you're fighting is actually a part of yourself? Welcome, and today we're going to talk about something crucial: unmasking the enemy within. This isn't about some outside force, it's about the subtle, sneaky ways we sabotage our own spiritual growth. It's the voice of doubt that whispers in your ear right after a powerful moment of faith. It's the procrastination that keeps you from opening your Bible or spending quiet time in prayer. It's the fear of judgment that stops you from sharing your testimony or stepping into the calling God has for you. These are the whispers of doubt, the patterns of self-sabotage that masquerade as logic or caution. You might tell yourself, "I'm just being realistic," or "I'm not ready yet." But are you really? Or is that the enemy within, building walls to keep you from the fullness of what God has in store for you? Recognizing these patterns is the first, most powerful step toward breaking free. Think about it. When you feel a prompting to be generous, does a voice immediately list all the reasons you can't afford it? When you feel called to lead, does another voice remind you of all your past failures? That's the enemy within at work. It uses your own insecurities and past hurts against you. It's an expert at disguise, often sounding just like your own reasonable thoughts. But here's the good news. God's power is greater than our self-sabotage. The Bible tells us in 2 Corinthians that we are to take every thought captive and make it obedient to Christ. This is an active battle. It means we don't have to accept every negative thought that pops into our heads. We can challenge it. We can ask, is this thought from God? Does it align with His promises of love, hope, and a future for me? The first step is awareness. Start paying attention to your thought patterns, especially when you're trying to move forward in your faith. When you feel that internal resistance, that sudden wave of doubt or fear, pause and identify it. Name it for what it is: self-sabotage, a whisper from the enemy within. By bringing it into the light, you rob it of its power. You are not destined to be your own worst enemy. You are a child of God, equipped with everything you need to overcome. In our next video, we'll dive into practical strategies for fighting back against these whispers and replacing them with God's truth. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need to hear this message. See you next time.